Bitcoin this, Ethereum that, and what is an NFT, and why are people spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on pictures of monkeys. I had a conversation with someone the other day and they were asking me advice about crypto, and it got me thinking about some of the things that I think people need to be careful of if they are getting into the space. I think it's a difficult time to be entering the crypto market because some people think that we're going to go back up to Bitcoin all-time highs and the market's going to soar and we're all going to go to the moon and buy Lamborghinis, but the other half of people think that we are heading down to a prolonged bear market like we had back in 2018, 2019. The honest answer to this though is that no one knows, and anyone who tells you otherwise is lying. My aim in this video is to act like a big brother and warn you about some of the things not to do. The space itself is very new and is prone to scams because there's not much regulation currently. An easy way to get into the space is to stick to platforms like Coinbase, but this video is more for people who want to venture out and have their own wallet and look after their own coins, etc. The nature of crypto and it being decentralized is that once you take money off exchanges, once you take coins away from platforms like Coinbase and you have them in your own wallet, that means that you are 100% responsible for your own coins, which is great because it means that no one can take anything from you. You are in full control of what happens to your funds. The downside of this, obviously, is that you are 100% responsible for your money. You can't ring HSBC and be like, oh yeah, sorry, there's a transaction on my account. Can you cancel it because it's fraudulent? That doesn't happen. Unfortunately, if you lose your money, if you get hacked, if someone steals your coins, there's very little people can do to help you. So a little bit about me. I got into crypto back in 2017. I started buying small amounts of Bitcoin during the bull run of 2017. And like the majority of other people, I got absolutely wrecked, which means that I lost the majority of the money. Over time, I started to dollar cost average in monthly. I would put 20, 30 pounds a month just because I didn't really have much money. And over the last 2 years, I'd say I've really gotten obsessed with the space. Now I invest in a multitude of coins and I also invest in NFT projects. Shout out to the Lazy Lions. I am a massive Lazy Lions fan. Over that time and browsing Twitter, I've seen numerous ways in which people get what is called as wrecked. I've also lost money on coins and certain NFT projects. If anyone wants to buy this, let me know. Okay, the first one is very obvious, but it still surprises me how many people ignore this. Don't invest money that you cannot afford to lose. Seriously, the money that I put into crypto is not money that I need for bills or rent or anything like that. The way I think of this is that you basically need to be comfortable saying goodbye to that money. You need to be comfortable with the fact that you could wake up one day and yes, it would be annoying, but that money could be worth absolutely nothing and you'd still be absolutely fine. If you're waking up and checking the price of your coins or NFTs every single day, there's a very good chance that you are overexposed to the market and that you should rebalance some things or maybe sell some things. The second thing that you need to be doing is avoiding what is called pump and dumps. You'll get into crypto, you'll start following a bunch of influencers, maybe on Twitter, maybe on YouTube, and you'll inevitably come across a few people that you like and you start to get advice from. Some of these influencers are 10 out of 10, great people, want the best for you. The problem is that there are others who are shady as. And the problem is that when you're new, you haven't got the experience to identify whether these people are 10 out of 10, would recommend to a friend, or shady AF. Now, the shady characters often do what we call pump and dumps. And this is where they know that their audience are very new to the space. So they get people excited and they say, oh, this coin's gonna 10, 50, 100x, and we're all gonna buy Lamborghinis and it's gonna be amazing. So people start to get hyped and the FOMO builds. All their audience buy into this coin. And then what happens is the price skyrockets. The influencer then sells their bag at the top and all of their audience, who are these new people to crypto, are left holding what is essentially a bag of Don't be exit liquidity. Be very careful in the projects you're investing in, particularly if there's an influencer shilling it to you, because a lot of the time these people have large holdings of what they're telling you to buy, or maybe they're advisors in the project, etc. There's a few things you can learn from this. The first thing is I don't really trust anyone 100% in this space. You have to take the best parts from people and then go away and form your own conclusions. Don't just blindly follow an influencer just because they have a huge following. I know how tempting it is, trust me, because a lot of these guys are great marketers, they're great at sales, they know exactly how to hype people up and get them to buy in. Try not to get emotional about it, because a lot of the time you will just end up holding a project or an NFT that is absolutely terrible. The problem with this is that FOMO and hype often make people a lot of money, so you have to kind of play the game sometimes. But if you're new to the space, just try and do your own research and you'll become more experienced at identifying what is a pump and dump, what isn't. Moving on to the third thing, over the last year I have lost track of the amount of times I've seen on Twitter that someone has got scammed because they've given away sensitive information in a Discord DM or a Twitter DM. You need to be very, very careful about who you give sensitive information to, and the answer here is that you don't give it to anyone. You don't tell anyone your seed phrase for your wallet. You keep everything to yourself. From what I've seen, this usually happens via Discord. Someone will make like what looks like a really authentic account, DM you, ask for some information like your seed phrase. Also be careful about what you connect your wallet to in terms of websites, particularly if it's promising an airdrop or something. An airdrop, by the way, is when someone just sends you something to your wallet like MetaMask. The final one is something that I was super guilty of back in November during the bull run. I should have been taking profits consistently as we went up in the bull market to average out of my position and then buy back in when we crashed at a lower time. However, I didn't do this because I thought that I was going to be able to upgrade my car from that old Ford Fiesta to something a bit shinier. It didn't happen. We crashed back in January, I think it was. So the lesson here is to take profits, particularly when you are massively up in a few coins. So these are 4 tips that I have for newcomers in the crypto space. If any of these terms sounded a bit confusing to you and you want me to make more videos explaining things, I'd be very happy to, because I love talking about crypto and investing. Let me know down in the comments any video ideas that you want me to talk about regarding crypto. Thank you very much for watching this video. Look after yourselves, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.